Welcome to the EOQ, the Economic Order Quantity. A lot of people stumble across the EOQ when they're Googling how to manage my inventory, and it's an intimidating looking formula that is misunderstood, it's misapplied, and so we're going to spend 3 videos explaining the purpose of the EOQ, how to calculate it, and what to do with the values. It's important. The EOQ has been around for over 100 years. Inventory managers used to do all this work with their brains and not a calculator or the benefit of an Excel spreadsheet or the real benefit of having the inventory boss. You just need to understand what the purpose of the EOQ is and how to incorporate it into your forecasts. So let's talk about that. The Economic Order Quantity. That is what the EOQ stands for, Economic Order Quantity. And this is the formula that helps you determine the number of units you should add to inventory with each order that will balance the costs of holding that inventory versus the total cost of your order, for example, your freight forwarder fees. The EOQ will provide the inventory manager with a value that represents the perfect balance between the cost of the order and the annual storage fees. Now, what the EOQ will not do is tell you the number of units you should order to make sure you don't run out of inventory. That is the function of the forecasting models and the forecasting method. We don't apply the EOQ until after we've done all that. And I'm talking about cleaning our data, applying the forecasting model, factoring in seasonality, factoring in manual adjustments, and doing all the things that you need to do first. Only after that do we look at the EOQ, which is still important, but it's not the driver of your order size. The forecasting system is. But what the EOQ will do is it'll tell you the optimized number of units to order that will balance your storage fees with your order cost. And that is an important consideration, and so that's why we use the EOQ. But we use it for that purpose only. So let's take a look at the EOQ, how it works. You won't be intimidated by it because I'm with you, and so is your computer system. But you need to understand, again, how it works so you can appreciate the complexity of the EOQ, but also the functionality of what it provides for you as the business owner. And that's why I use the image of a big cargo ship parked in a warehouse to show that we're balancing the cost of your warehouse fees versus your transport fees, your order fees for getting the products from your factory to the warehouse. And it's that balance that the EOQ helps you with. So let's take a look at this EOQ. The EOQ equals the square root of 2 times the annual demand times the order cost divided by the annual storage fee per unit. That's it. That's the whole thing. So what we need to do is figure out what your annual demand is for a product, what your order cost is, your freight forwarder fees, and how much it costs to store that unit per year if you're going to store it for a year. These are the variables we use for this calculation. So let's give some assumptions. Let's say our annual demand is $22,500. The order cost for a container is $3,000. Now, this just varies so much. I just threw in a number, $3,000. And I don't know the size of your containers, how far you have to ship them, etc. But let's just use some simple numbers, $3,000. And your annual storage cost would be $2.40 per unit. And those, I'm assuming, Amazon storage fees, but you have to figure that out on your own. What we're left with is a square root of 2 times 22,500 times 3,000 divided by 240, which gives us 135 million divided by 2.4, which gives us the square root of 56,250,000, which amounts to 7,500 units. I mean, that's it. That's the EOQ. What the EOQ is saying is that it makes the most sense to order 7,500 units 3 times per year. We get that by knowing that we have an annual demand of 22,500. Divide that by 7,500, you get 3 different shipments. And how amazing is that? Now, does this mean that you must order 7,500 units 3 times a year? No. However, the EOQ is a good guide to use to make sure that you're in the optimal range of order size in any given order. To understand this better, we need to take a deeper dive into the EOQ in the next video. And that's what the next video is called, the EOQ, a deeper dive. So I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Inventory Boss helps e-commerce sellers increase profitability by balancing their business through solid inventory management best practices. Visit inventoryboss.com today and get all of our training and the use of our cloud-based software for an initial price of only $10 for the first 30 days. Get started today.